Hello, beautiful souls. Today I want to talk about something simple but important, and that is that not all witches wear black. And honestly, not all witches are dark, brooding, mysterious figures standing in the shadows either. Some are gardeners, some are teachers, some are mothers, some are lawyers, some are accountants, some wear floral dresses, and some wear blue jeans. So let's talk about where the stereotype came from and why it doesn't tell the whole story. When most people hear the word witch, a very specific image pops up. A pointed black hat, black cloak, pale skin, dark makeup, maybe stirring a cauldron. A lot of this imagery comes from folklore, medieval European art, and later from pulp culture, especially films like The Wizard of Oz and Halloween commercial aesthetics. In many older European traditions, black clothing was associated with mourning, seriousness, or religious authority. Over time, that merged with fear-based storytelling about women who lived outside the social norms. And then Hollywood sealed the deal. But the imagery itself isn't the whole story. What a witch actually is, at its heart, witchcraft is a practice, not a fashion style. A witch is someone who works intentionally with energy, nature, spirit, prayer, herbs, rituals, ancestors, intuition, or the unseen. That doesn't require a color palette. Historically, many folk healers, midwives, and herbalists, people later labeled as witches, looked like everyone else in their villages. They blended in. They were part of the community. The all-black aesthetic is modern. It's a subculture choice. It can be beautified and powerful, but it's not required. Because color and energy. As some witches wear white for ritual purity, some wear green for earth connection, while some wear bright colors because they work with joy, healing, and solar energy. Some dress completely ordinary because their magic is integrated into their daily life. And that's the part people miss. Witchcraft isn't about looking mystical. It's about living intentionally. You can stir a pot of soup with as much magic as a cauldron. You can plant tomatoes with as much ritual as a formal ceremony. You can say a quiet blessing over your children without ever lighting a candle. The dark misconception. There's also another layer here. The stereotype sometimes paints witches as morally dark or dangerous. But historically, the fear of witches often come from fear of women who were independent, knowledgeable, intuitive, or spiritually self-directed. That fear says more about social control than about magic. There are witches who work with shadows, yes. There are witches who work with grief, death, ancestors, and the underworld. But shadow work is not evil. It's healing. It's integration. And many witches are deeply compassionate, community-centered, and devoted to service. So what does a witch look like? She might look like a gardener saving seeds, a grandmother making salves, a young woman journaling under the full moon, a man praying over his land, a person in business attire quietly pulling a tarot card before a meeting. The aesthetic is optional. The intention is essential. If you identify as a witch, you don't have to fit an aesthetic to be valid. And if you're just curious about the topic, maybe let go of the cartoon image for a moment. Magic isn't about costumes. It's about consciousness. Not all witches wear black. Some wear sunlight. Some wear soil. And some wear denim. Some wear whatever makes them feel most like themselves. And maybe that's the real magic.